you're shining like a Fifth Avenue diamond, and they don't make you like they used to. You're never going out of style. You're over my head, I'm out of my mind, thinking I was wrong in the wrong time. Let's start my rewind. Everything is so throwback-ish. I kinda like it.
Hello, welcome to another video. It's gonna be a long one this week, I assume. Yeah. So sit back, relax, grab a cup of tea. Oh wait. My mum is a senior pastor, and I've always grown up with her praying and preaching, and she will always wake up 5 a.m. in the morning and just be praying aloud. And one thing that stuck with me that she used to say is, she always used to say, your body is a temple. And that is totally true, because it means it. Physically, what you put inside and what you allow to go inside. Just remember this quote: nobody or anything is allowed inside your body without your permission. You know what? If you are someone who doesn't know how to be grateful, or doesn't have gratitude in their life, I feel really sorry for you. Instead of thinking about that person that has that Porsche, or that person that has that what am I trying to Audi TD, I guess that's not one. Ferrari, that's the one I'm thinking about. Stop thinking about that person and think about the fact that you have somewhere to sleep tonight, food to eat, drink. Unless you A, mean it, and B, feel like you need to. And that is kind of something that you have to decide for yourself. It's a habit that everyone has, including myself, that I'm trying to break. Because it's like, when you bump into someone on the street, they bump into you and you're saying sorry. Why? It's the other person that should be saying sorry, you know what I'm saying? So I'm starting to do it now, trying to like limit my sorries. Like, if I do something and it harms you unintentionally, or like I've said something or unintentionally, would I go back and do the same thing? If the answer is yes, I don't need to say sorry. It wasn't meant maliciously, you know what I'm saying? Kind of rambling, but you know, you get the point. This is one of the ones I think there'll be a lot of them on this list that I haven't had to learn. It's just been in me. You know, treat others. I would never treat someone else the way I wouldn't want to be treated. It just isn't in my bones, it isn't in my soul. You know what I'm saying? It's just really unfair to you as well as to the other person, because if you're comparing, because everyone's journey is different, you know, the way you even don't compare your part A to somebody else's part A as well, because that's a different journey. You know, the way you came here is different. Only compare yourself to you 5 years ago. You know, I think it's God who helped me learn this lesson. Well, God helped me learn all the lessons, but you know, let's just go with it. Because I've always had this image in my mind, because I'm a Christian, that God is this big thing that's always looking down on us, but He sees the big picture. You know, there can be two doors. Just go with me. There can be two doors, yeah, and you're leaning towards one door more. But how can you know which one is right if you don't know what's behind the door? God knows, and He's showing you the way. But as someone who so many people can't see past their nose, I think I know what I'm getting with it. So many people can't see through past their nose, so they don't see what is here. But if they waited a second, they would see the big picture. Take for example, Family Guy. Yes, we doing an analogy of a TV show. I love Family Guy so much. It's hilarious. End of story. But I do know that some people have sued the show. I'm pretty sure that's right. They have sued the show. Now I would never say to that person, "What are you doing?" It's just a show. It's just supposed to be funny. Like, what is that? Because you know what? If I'm honest, like the minute Family Guy upsets me or makes me feel like those people wanting to sue it, I'd stop watching. So I would never say your feelings are invalid, because your feelings are true. And even if you're getting bullied and you're thinking, "Oh, I shouldn't be this way, and I should just like be stronger." No, your feelings are valid. As a writer, I'm all I always have ideas popping in my head like that, and I've always struggled to, like, when I get an idea, kind of have to hurry up and write it down. And that's really happens in my life, because I'm someone who likes to dream, and I've always had a dream diary because of this reason. And now I just realized that, you know, if it's good enough, I remember what I was thinking about, and if not, then you know it's not that good an idea. someone who will always think about the other person's feelings. That is what I've grown up with. It's a chip inside my head that I can't be anywhere. I can't be anything else. And I'll be in situations looking out, not being part of it, just looking in and being like, why would you do that? Like, why wouldn't you think? Why wouldn't you put yourself in that person's shoes? But some people aren't wired that way. Like, I'm a think first person to death. I'm no other way, but some people are the opposite. Some people don't think of the consequences of their actions first. Like when they are bullying a kid, their teeth won't let me speak. When they are bullies in the playground, you know, I'm sure that they think about it and then it's gone. But they don't think about how that person is feeling. Or they don't care as much. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I mean by that. Obviously I know that sometimes it's necessary. Like when you're talking about, you know, homophobia or racism or even poverty and stuff like that, you know, that is necessary. These are arguments that are necessary. But I think that most of the time we just need to think about everything is opinion at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? So you may not agree with that person, but why can't you just be like, yeah, I don't agree, but I respect you. You know what I'm saying? Like, think to explain this, think of Friends. Yeah. There was an episode where Phoebe, living the same Friends, was saying, oh, I don't believe in evolution, I don't believe in gravity and all that stuff. And Ross couldn't handle it. He was like, that's not okay, because you must agree with what I agree with. If he was just stopped and just said, you know what, I don't agree with what you agree with, but I know you don't agree with what I agree with. Let's just agree to disagree. Yes, I did just mention Friends. That show taught me a lot. This is basically about, if I was to tell you something that made me realize this, it would be, as a YouTuber, you know, you're kind of, for me to just relax and do what I'm doing without any comparing myself to other people and all that stuff, I need to work with what I got. I know that my equipment isn't very good because most of the videos you can't hear me. There's a reason for that. My camera's rubbish. This camera, I got it for 50 quid. That's because that's all I could afford. You know, I don't need to be buying expensive cameras and expensive lights and audio equipment because I can't afford that right now. You know what I'm saying? So I don't need to be all these big stars right now because I'm not that person. All those big stars started here. So I don't really worry about my equipment. I just work on making a video, putting it out. It's such a great like boast and feeling of filming a video, editing it, and putting it, uploading it. That's what I work on. You know, I work on making a video as best as I can right now, which is what it is. Yeah, this is one of those, it makes sounds weird to you, or maybe it doesn't, but this is one of the ones that I struggled to put on here because it went on and off my list. I don't know, it's just because, like, me saying that, I'm not saying that I'm like comedian funny, because no, I wouldn't, because, you know, crowds. But I'm just saying I am so in love with my humor right now. I love that part of me is that I love to laugh. You know what they say, laughter is the best. You know what they say, laughter is the best medicine, and that's totally true, because I don't know what I would be like if I didn't have my humor and my funniness. Yeah. So yeah, I don't know jokes, but I love Friends. Love Marlon Wayans, Kevin Hart. I love sitting down on Netflix and watching stand-up more than I like watching films. I do love watching films, but stand-up is always my go-to. Well, that's it. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did filming it. Do you agree? Do you disagree? Tell me in the comments below. Tell me something that you've learned I haven't mentioned. You know, let's chat in the comments below. You know what to do. Like, comment, subscribe. Follow me on social media. And see you when I see you.
I wanna do you like Michael. I wanna kiss you like